Hey slots enthusiast, what a wild ride it's been for slots in the US. That's coming up. In this third primer video for beginner slots enthusiasts, I'll give a quick overview of recent slots industry developments in the US gaming industry. Even if you've been playing slots for a while, you might learn something worthwhile. Enjoy! Legal large-scale gambling in the U.S. started in Nevada in 1931. There was Las Vegas, of course, but also Reno, Lake Tahoe, and others. It basically stayed there until legalized in Atlantic City, New Jersey in 1978. Legalized gambling in Atlantic City provided casinos convenient to gamblers on the East Coast. And this balance of gambling between Nevada and Atlantic City continued until around the end of the 1980s. At that point, everything started changing more and more rapidly. Basically, in 1988, tribal casinos became permitted by federal law, although tribes did need to negotiate state-tribal compacts with the state their reservations were located within. These negotiations typically took years. Another substantial change happened in the early 1990s when riverboat casinos became legal in several Midwestern states. Originally, state law required these casinos to travel on water, or at least unmoor from a dock, before any gambling could occur. In the mid-90s, online gambling started up outside of the U.S. This got out of control fast until various legal restrictions began protecting players. For a while, this protection was to block online gambling in the continental U.S. By doing so, the U.S. Senate was not just protecting players, but also land-based casinos hurt by online gambling from outside the U.S. Not long after, Canada did much the same. Besides tribal gaming, this was the limit of federal laws restricting gambling in the U.S. until the banning and recent unbanning of sports betting at the federal level. What all this means is simple. Gambling has become prevalent in the U.S., especially the most popular type of gambling there is, slot machine casino gambling. There's another side of the coin, as it were, to all this growth and expansion of gambling. All through these changes in the gaming industry in the US and abroad, the technology of gambling was also growing and expanding. For example, as you might imagine, the impact of microchips and the internet was profound to slots. My point of view is that slot machine casino gambling has changed a lot in the last few decades. Further, I believe that these changes will keep on happening. Knowing what has happened in the past will help us understand the future. Some of the biggest changes occurring right now are related to slot machines no longer being standalone machines. At casinos built or heavily renovated since 2012, which is most of them, a central computer server remotely controls slot machines. Doing so both reduced the large casino labor force and provided a near real-time understanding of the performance of the casino for its operator. And therein lies the secret to winning at slot machine casino gambling. But all that is a bit much for the beginner slots player. At least for now, let's get a few more basic concepts into you before you start the rest of your slots journey. Now, what's next? In this video right here, I'll finish setting you up to get started on your slots journey. I'll explain my initial slots gambling rules, resulting in my first epic fail at slots. How was I supposed to know what to do if I won? So if you want to see what not to do when you win big as a beginning slots player, click that video right here and I'll see you in the next one.